What's going on, YouTube fam? This is your boy J Money here, and finally, guys, I'm bringing you guys a Chalice deck profile, my personal list. Yes, so I finally managed to break this down into the list and the kind of variant that I personally see myself playing, and I'm going to be testing this on Dueling Books sometime later this week, and doing some video replays and all that good stuff. So, that being said, if you're interested, stick around and let's go and get right on to it.
Alright guys, starting the deck profile, you have, the best card in the deck because, I've used to say this in the past, a lot of Venus Resolves, you win the duel. Not really so much anymore thanks to Nibiru actually just being in the game, but, if Nibiru isn't in your opponent's hand, then you win the game for free, so... there's that. I mean, yeah, there's like things like impermanence, but there's all kinds of things you can do to just play around that or just like still have combo anyway, even if that does get impermed. So it's okay. Shine balls, guys, shiny balls. Even though that does not sound right at all in the slightest, but hey, max them out. Just 4 bodies, man, it's too good, especially when you have like things like the Union Carrier combos. The newest edition of the deck, for those of you who haven't seen the World Chalice video from last week, Earth, if it's normal summon, you just add an agent monster. You add a Master Hyperion if you control 6 Rays of the Sky, but Venus is an agent monster, so you add this to your hand. Any extender becomes full combo because, since it's a tuner, any extender with it makes Needle Fiber, summons Jet, Link Karibo, bring it back, make sure you just summon the Venus from your hand, and bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. And the fact that it's a little 2 fairy is nice for other reasons. 3 World Legacy World Cups, guys. Literally, all you're trying to do is get to this card. This is your bread and butter of basically every combo I've demonstrated. Yeah, you'll see Venus's Shine Balls, but this is what you're really trying to get to in the grand scheme of things, because this is the card that gets you into your Guard Dragon combo in the first place, because it gives you a dragon, it gives you another fairy in the form of Lee and stuff, to where you can target for Pro Tour and get things like Christie into your hand. And from there, you can summon things like Beckon from your deck for level 4, or an Earth for that. There's so much synergy with all the other World Chalice monsters. This card is still the card you're trying to get to and resolve at the end of the day. Alright, Lee the World Chalice Fairy. It's the Stratos on normal or special summon for World Chalice archetype. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a way to put itself on board, but it's okay. I guess you can't have it all, but it's still a good card nonetheless. It's a level 2 fairy, it's light, it's lit. So, 2 Guard Dragons, would like to play 3, or, a World Legacy Guard Dragon to move things over. That'd be nice. Space. This deck's at 44 cards. That's already big as is, at least for me. But, since you're playing quote-unquote Garnets, you do have to kind of offset them. You're playing a lot of obligatory cards, so it's okay. I play enough starters and extenders to see combo 90% of the time anyway, so it's okay. 1 Chosen because you play Emergency Teleport. Again, more obligatory cards. It's not the fact that it's obligatory, but just you want vanillas, fam. You can have all the effect monsters you want, but if you have no access to vanillas, you're not having a good time. So yeah. That's it for the World Chalice monsters. Christie is one of your main wish conditions. As per usual, it's been that way for the longest time. Special summoning is a win condition, guys. If you can't special summon, you can't win. And Christie says no. And it's a light fairy, which is searchable via Omni Dragon Bro Tour. And, you target things like Lee and all that. It synergizes with the deck so much. And you can naturally summon it from your hand if you have it. Without the assistance of things like Saryuja. And yeah, it's awesome. Jet Synchron. Guys, if this card gets banned, Agent Mystery Earth serves no purpose. The reason being is because this is the only card that allows Needle Fiber to be to turn into a Saryuja for 3. You know, without taking up too many extra deck slots. I'm already having to dedicate a spot that I don't want to run Link Karibo, but if this was banned, yeah, we would be in trouble. You know, we would have to play things like Link Cross and Martial Mode Watcher, which will really dig into vital cards that you need to play, which is not the business. So, yeah, fam. Like, you know, if Almirage did not require a normal summoned monster of 1,000 or less attack, this would not be up for debate at all. So, yeah. Next, you have Eva, because it's obligatory for your Union Carrier combos. Galaxy Serpent, you are summoning this 10 times out of 10 with Unexpected Die. It's a dragon, so it matters. Omni Dragon Brotor, because it's very versatile. It can search nearly anything by targeting nearly anything. So you have all the ways to build any kind of board that you see fit, because a Brotor can search anything you want, provided you have the correct monster on field. World Legacy Guard Dragon Marduk, it's very important. It's a level 9. It can self-summon itself by banishing 2 vanillas, which, you know, can actually modify your graveyard perfectly for exactly 4 fairies for Christia summon. And you make VFD with it. And you get access to it by banishing Tempest from your deck with the Trish Fusion, which you do play 1 Tempest for that reason. If you open Marduk, then it doesn't matter. But if you open Tempest, that can be kind of tricky, simply for the fact that you need to banish Tempest to get access to Marduk. So maybe if you open Tempest, you could just summon the Tempest with LP, and then like kind of banish it or something. Like it will put you in a kind of a weird spot that you don't want to be in. But you know, it is what it is sometimes. Oh, I mean, you could discard it and summon it with Pisty, and then summon Omni Dragon with LP and banish it for the Trust Fusion. Still be fine. You'd be alright. Lily Bill, it's obligatory for the Union Carrier combo if you just open Venus. But if you don't, and you do it via Mystery Earth, you don't need this card. So that's kind of a bit of good news. Herald of the Orange Light, you need this, kinda. It's an option. If you have any extender in any of the combos that you're comboing off with, you really don't need to search this card at this point. So, Herald of the Orange Light will be the next best target to search to neutralize things like, once again, Nibiru and other hand traps. Like, if they... It's one of those things where if your opponent is trying to wait to Nibiru at the quote-unquote right time, or try to make sure it's like super high impact to where it just automatically wins the game, and they, you know, just, and Herald gets to hand, you can just neutralize the Herald, the Nibiru right then and there, to where you can kind of just play for free. And Rocket Tracer, because it's kind of obligatory, you're playing 3 quick launches. You really aren't worried about seeing more than 1 quick launch in your hand. If you do, it's fine. You can just discard it with Brotor and it's okay. The thing you do have to worry about is just drawing this. Yeah, that would... Well, I mean, drawing it isn't a problem as long as you don't just draw this too. Otherwise, that'd just be really sad. It's like drawing Brilliant Fusion and Garnet at the same time. Which is... It's rare, but... You know, it can happen. But that doesn't mean you don't play it. Again, this is this doesn't just give you an extender, it gives you a tuner extender, which is important if your Venus gets impermed. Venus, you know, gets impermed, you quick launch, and you make like your Needle Fiber, and you full combo from there. Easy. 3 Unexpected Dies, because it gives you another dragon and another tuner for Guard Dragon combos. It gives you Galaxy Serpent, and just gives you a dragon. And a vanilla. And it's another extender to where if you have that and full combo with like Earth or like Venus or whatever, you don't need to search Lily Bell, and you can search Herald of the Orange Light. You know? See that? See what I did there? Alright. The card I don't like the most in this deck but have to play because, I mean, Venus is like the best card in your deck at this point. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't a access Venus or lose, because again, you just need to resolve World Legacy World Chalice Like, as long as I put up like an M-Duck and summon a World Legacy World Chalice and make a Link 2 and summon 2 Guard Dragons from the deck, I'm good. Point blank, I'm Gucci, I'm good. So, but this makes it to where, like, let's say again, if Venus gets interrupted and I have any like tuner extender like the Quick Launch or the Unexpected Die for Galaxy Serpent, I can make Nino Fiber, summon Earth since it is a tuner, and transmod it into Venus and just keep going. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or if I summon Earth to search Venus and it gets Ash Blossomed or Impermed or whatever, I can just be like, alright, cool, transmod, we're good. So I'll get the Venus anyway. Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? 3 Cold Bites, because everybody's playing like 12 hand traps in every deck again. So I did have this taken out at one point, but now with all the hand traps being played, now I have to play this stuff again. I don't want to have to play this card, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, fam. You can't just keep getting hand trapped over and over and over again. Emergency Teleport is an extender, Reborn is an extender, and Succession because it's an extender, and it's also searchable by Lib, the World Key Playmaster. And we play 1 trap card because it's searchable. You kind of want to play this on like almost all your builds because it neutralizes Dark Ruler no more. Which is, yeah, it's powerful because of the fact that it can neutralize Dark Ruler no more, and it's searchable, you know, via Lib. Alright guys, that is it for the main deck. On to the extra. You got your Trishula Fusion. It gets you access to VFD by banishing Tempest, which gets you World Legacy Guard Dragon Marduk. And it summons itself by banishing 2 vanillas. Look, VFD's right there. And you summon down a cross sheep, you get a monster. You also get to look at your opponent's extra deck and banish it for absolutely no reason. I wouldn't be surprised if this card gets banned at some point in the future, because being able to look at your opponent's extra deck and rip the best card from it is probably not the business. VFD probably has a target on its back, but it's so good. Like, we're playing Trish Fusion because VFD is just that good. 2 M-Ducks. Link 1s, guys. Link 1s. Let's go. Link Rebo. It's obligatory, you know, for trying to make the Soyuja for 3. You got your Pissy and your Elpy. Again, you still play Pissy for the times you don't have Venus, but you can resolve your World Legacy World Chalice, so you can still ensure you have Guard Dragon combo. So yes, Pissy is needed. Your Imb, it is awesome. It's Imb, it's World Chalice. I do want to play Ningirsu, but just don't have the space for it. You know, if I didn't need Pissy that badly, or if I didn't need Pissy, then I would be playing Ningirsu, but unfortunately I do need the Ningirsu. Aurum, the World Chalice Blade Master. We playing this for either grind games or if you're getting hand trapped multiple times, and you can just keep going and keep pushing. Lib, the World Key Blade Master. It's very self-explanatory. It's a World Chalice deck. It's, you know, got World Legacy cards. It's like Sorrow, Succession, stuff like that. Spins cards. It's nice, and it can co-link with Ib. It's nice. Union Carrier, it's obligatory to get Eva to get Lead to your hand, and like Lilybell or Herald of the Orange Light, and you know, basically get your combo piece to your hand. Like, and honestly, it's like you'll probably open League enough times where you don't even need to search it with a Union Carrier. So again, you just search Herald of the Orange Light. You've been hearing that a lot, guys. Maybe Herald Orange Light should be a 3 in this deck. Who knows? Cross Sheep, because it's like your best Link 2 outside of Aurum, and it synergizes like other cards when it comes to like Pro Tour and stuff. Kershaw Needle Fiber, it's obligatory. Honestly, I wouldn't even be playing this card if I didn't if this wasn't like the only way to put Saryuja on the board for 3. Honestly, I wouldn't be playing Needle Fiber. I'm playing so many tuners, so it's like, it's whatever. Saryuja, it's obligatory. Again, like, I wouldn't need to play this card if I didn't, like, wasn't playing like Earth and stuff, but it's gotten necessary. So Appaloosa, this is necessary. Now, this is for more of what, games 2 and 3. If, you know, for when you do your normal combo and then your opponent like either didn't open a bureau game 1 or start siding it games 2 and 3, you can kind of just when you summon your World Legacy World Chalice instead of making like Cross Sheep or Orm, you can just make Appaloosa and kind of throw your opponent off and kind of neutralize Nibiru right there. So some notes I want to go over like regarding side deck. Rescue Ferret and Spell Canceller are definitely my side deck. I just don't have the space for them from the main deck, or else the deck will be too big. Like you were needing to target Cross Sheep to search this, and you would like toss this to the grave for like Lee, summon your Trish Fusion, and Cross Sheep would summon this back, and you would summon Canceller in either World Child Scar Dragon or a Jet Synchron and stuff like that. You would either make Orm later or make Live and set Succession and bring this back. You know, if you're not really worried about evenly matched, but you know, yeah, it is what it is. So guys, like, you need to side these cards. You need to side exchange. You need to side Dragon to the grave. Just Nibiru is a problematic card. Not to mention, like, people are playing Spear modes and all that. Yeah, Point of the Red Lotus, you could play that, but you know, you're trying to snipe turn 0 interruptions just right off the bat. Again, like I don't know where the other two are, so 6 side spaces for me personally are automatically taken to make sure I can essentially play for free. Like, these are like bad cards, don't get me wrong, but it's like you have to do what you have to do. If your deck can't just naturally just play around Nibiru like flawlessly, you know what I mean? Because if your opponent does decide to Nibiru like right away, like unless you have the proper extender, you're kinda in a awkward spot, you know what I mean? Again, and even if they don't have it, you just get rid of their best card. Like these, like, you know, anything in your hand kinda doesn't matter, you know, as long as you've gotten like the starter out of your hand, if you know what I mean. So it's like, you've seen all my combos, like all the, you know, every other card in hand can be blank as long as I have the Venus. Like, everything else kind of doesn't matter unless it's a really obligatory card that was involved in that combo. Then it's like, okay, you kind of have to weigh your options there. But you also have other ways of playing. You have other ways to build boards other than just your one combo. That's why I have this particular build like this as is. I have many different ways. Not many, but I have quite a few ways to build different kind of boards for this very reason. And also, just, you know, based on the hands you have, you can't make the same board with the same hands. You know what I mean? So this is why I have the extra deck the way it is. I would love to play, what's it called? I would love to play Artifact Dagda, but kind of can't. You know, it's not as flexible as something like Cross Sheep. So that's the unfortunate part. But also, guys, that is the deck profile.
Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that World Challenge deck profile. It was definitely a long time coming, that's for sure. So, you know, let me know, guys, do you guys like it? What is your preferred variant and all that? You know, there's some more text, let me know. And with that being said, there's not really too much more to say, guys. So, thank you very much for watching. This is J Money, and I am signing out.